it's time for spoopy season, so I put on my spoopy light. You've heard of haunted dolls, cursed mirrors, and even paintings that drive their owners mad. But this one is different because this one isn't tied to a person. It's trapped inside a box. And I know that doesn't really sound scary, just don't open the damn box, problem solved, but people aren't as smart as you. Our story begins in 2001 with Kevin Mannis. He was an antique shop owner from Portland, Oregon. He was scouring an estate sale looking for something interesting, different. Something with a little bit of story behind it, a little bit of zip. And what he found was an old, handcrafted wooden wine cabinet, just small enough to fit on a counter. The woman running the estate sale said it belonged to her grandmother, a Holocaust survivor from Poland. Great. I bet that box is going to contain a very benevolent spirit. Before selling it, she warned him that it was a Dybbuk box, and that should never be opened. Now, a Dybbuk is in Jewish folklore. It's a restless, malevolent spirit. Not just a ghost, but a fragment of a tortured soul that clings to an object or person instead of just passing on. According to tradition, a rabbi can trap a Dybbuk in a sealed box during an exorcism. This is why the box was nailed shut and sealed with wax, which to Kevin was an invitation to open it, because Kevin didn't believe in curses, and neither do I, but I always operate on that what-if principle. I don't believe in this shit, but I'm not testing my luck for a goof. So being told a little bit of the backstory, Kevin bought it anyway, and he planned on refurbishing it and selling it. And the moment he brought it into his shop, strange things started to happen. He'd leave the store, lock the door, he'd come back the next morning, and he'd smell a whiff of cat urine. Now, that could easily be explained if he owned a cat. I don't know if he did, And out of the corner of his eye, he would see shadows moving along walls where nothing stood. And he started hearing whispers and voices behind him. Never clear enough to understand. Now, Kevin must have really loved his mother because he gave her the box as a gift. Within literally minutes of receiving it, she collapsed. A stroke. And you have no idea how much willpower it's taken me for to not laugh. Thankfully, she survived. But she told Kevin that she saw something standing behind him just before collapsing. And that's when he decided to sell it. So in 2003, Kevin sells the Dybbuk box along with the story attached to the page. And the listing went viral because the early internet loved a good creepypasta. It eventually landed in the hands of a college student named Jason Haxton, who worked in a medical museum in Missouri. Jason didn't believe the story either, at first. But the moment the box arrived, he began waking up in rashes, coughing up blood, and smelling the same foul odor that Kevin described. His coworkers complained of strange electrical surges, and museum visitors reported feeling suddenly dizzy when near his office. When Haxton investigated, he discovered the box's disturbing contents. 2 1920s wheat pennies, a lock of hair with a cord, a wine glass, a dried rosebud, a golden goblet, and a candle holder. Each item believed to be a part of an old Kabbalistic sealing ritual to trap something inside. And inside of the cabinet walls, faint Hebrew carvings of names, possibly the spirits that have been bound within the box. Jason eventually locked the box away, inside a gold-lined ark in his home, surrounded by salt and sealed in Torah scroll fragments. He claimed this calmed the activity, but not completely. Then came Zach Bagans, the host of Ghost Adventurers. He bought the Dybbuk box from Haxton to put it on display in a haunted museum in Las Vegas. And when Boggins opened the box on camera, witnesses say a dark energy filled the room. Strong enough to where the production team stopped filming for safety. This is kind of convenient. Oh, what's our jobs? Record paranormal shit. What do we do when we see paranormal shit? Stop recording! Now, one of those guests, famed Minecraft YouTuber Post Malone, reportedly touched the box. Weeks later, he was in a near-fatal plane accident, his home was broken into, and he got in a car accident with his Rolls Royce. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timeline does fit a little too perfectly for my liking. Even skeptics admit that there's something off about the box. I'm one of them. Tests showed traces of candle wax and animal fat, which were common in rituals. The design matches pre-war Eastern European cabinetry, the kind of cabinetry that was used in many of these types of spiritual rituals. And almost every owner has documented some form of psychological or physical deterioration after handling it. Haxton himself claimed that the box adapts to you and takes your greatest fear and amplifies it. What makes this story different is that it's not just an urban legend. It has a paper trail, it's photographed with traces of actual ownership records. Not to mention a celebrity was involved, which it could have been a really elaborate PR stunt, but faking a plane crash is a little much. There's no ancient mystery here. The box was built by human hands, and it just hates being opened. Today, the Dybbuk box remains sealed inside a glass case at Bagans Museum. Visitors claim that they can still feel a sense of static in the air, a vibration that raises goosebumps and makes cameras glitch. Now, if you ask the curators at the museum if they believe the spirit inside is real, they won't give you an answer. They give you a straight face and say, just don't knock on the glass.